Hey, man, it's Philthy motherfucking Rich, Sim City Money, man, Sim Guy, Big 5'9", man. Check me out on Bootleg Kev Podcast, man. It's Philthy.
Yo, Bootleg Kev Podcast, special guest in here. One of my first guests on the show ever. He's officially back, man.
The first?
Yeah, I think you were like in the first like 6 or 7 episodes when we were doing the chairs in here. Philthy Rich is here. What's up, man?
Chilling, man, in town for the day.
You are in town for the day. Is this new jewelry you got?
I don't know. I've been having it for a while.
It's some serious chains you have. Serious. When
Shout out my boy Wafi. Wafi made both of these for
I was gonna say, like, the actual links, those diamonds are like those are serious. That's not no normal shit.
Nah, we don't do nothing normal around here.
Nothing normal, man. You got the new album out, Motivational Purposes.
Yeah.
Great title. I do feel like you've probably been the source of motivation and inspiration for a lot of people in terms of just being an independent boss, being a businessman, being somebody who has done, when it comes to just longevity in the rap game, not a lot of people have longevity. Not a lot of people can support themselves for the amount of time that you've been able to do so. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know how to rap hustle.
Rap hustle. Yeah. Break that down.
Doing like everything that comes around rap. If it's verses, if it's videos, if it's different people endorse you. Like, you gotta know how to really get off your ass and get to it. Like, a lot of people just be content and just sit back and, okay, so really I kind of like, I seen Jim one night. We was out.
Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, he had like 3 different shows, did like 4 verses in one night. And like one guy was like for 20,000. The other guy went over there and had like 7,500. Like, he wasn't turning down nothing.
Just running it up.
Whatever it is. Not saying that he was doing the same amount of work for the lower, but he wasn't turning down nothing. So you got to get up and rap hustle.
Yeah, I think like if you're independent and there's definitely like there's a way to just super monetize what you're doing.
Yeah. And then with rapping, all type of different things come. Like Chelsea just hit me right now. Red Bull want me to do something like a freestyle on the block. And they supposed to be paying me for it or whatever. Then I just started doing the Cameo thing to where you do all.
You go on Cameo and people can like, if you want to do a drop for you or like a happy birthday from Philthy Rich.
Yeah, so it's like so many different opportunities that rap bring to you that you can hustle.
Yeah, I think that a lot of artists leave money on the table. Yeah, a lot of people, because if you're just dependent on.
I never wanted to do that at first, like the shout out stuff.
Right.
I never did it. And one day I'm like, man, let me see. I think I made like 3,000 in one day.
Off Cameo?
No, not off Cameo. I just started doing Cameo. I'm talking about just off my own.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Like,
you're talking about like if someone like says, hey, Phil, I want to pay you, pay my, shout out my store.
Yeah. And then at first I never was doing that shit. Like I seen a lot of rappers doing that shit through the pandemic.
Boozy be doing that shit?
Yeah. Like, I'm like, man, let me see. Somebody was like, hey, man, I give you 500 to post on the story for me. My Cash App it to me. He sent it. And I posted. I'm like,
oh, there's something here.
Yeah. But they been asking me to do, I give you 2,000 to post me on your page. I'm like, hell no, I ain't post you on my page. I'm like,
I just think that there's like a stigma that I think is probably like not accurate in terms of like, I think there's certain artists that like that might not make sense for. If you're like The Weeknd or you're like, but if you're an independent artist and you're out here grinding, you should be running it up.
Man, listen. That shit.
Because good luck getting
the plane right now, and I already got like 2 of them already sent.
Well, think about it. You just said you got. What's the most amount of money you've gotten for an IG shout out
on the story?
Yeah,
I just charged $500.
So $500.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, $500 is if 1 million streams is 4 bands. $500. My math might be fucked up here. $500 is that 100,000 streams?
I don't know about the streams.
But feel me, like you got to do like a serious chunk of streams to make $500. It's some
good money, yeah. Because I know one day I made like 3 G's just like on some back. I'm like, damn.
You'd have to do
everybody coming to me today.
Well, you would have to do almost 1 million streams on a record to get that money.
Yeah, and that was what, 6 people.
It's really a matter of using the music, using the catalog to open up all this other revenue.
Yeah, first I started like at $250, and then I went up to like $500.
And then obviously using the rap money, using all of that to just launch other businesses. Like we were just talking, you breed dogs.
Yeah, about the dog. I did a breeding yesterday and today. I got puppies. I be doing dog shows. They pay me to do dog shows. I host, judge, all type of shit. But that come from being a rapper.
How long have you been doing the dog breeding?
I think I got my first dog that I started doing the breeding with probably like maybe 5 years ago.
Serious money, man.
Yeah.
Serious money. Like, it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. I had a whole kennel. I had built a whole kennel. I spent like $250 on like the house, the backyard, and I built the like a house in the backyard and had
for the
like
dogs.
10, that had like 10 slots in inside of the house,
right,
with the drains where they piss and shit and they go down to the sewer, wash out, marble floor, AC unit, hot water heater.
Your dogs are living
everything.
good.
Yeah, living better than some dudes. You know
For sure.
Yeah.
Living better than a lot of people.
Yeah, so I mean, because I know it's a lot of money involved, so you got to take good care of them. You know?
Yeah, no, with the dog thing, it's like you said, you got to take good care of them. It's a messy thing.
Yeah.
You got to make sure, like I'd be trying to convince my wife. I'm like, babe, like, because we got the plugs.
It's the main objective though. It's the longevity.
Yeah, we're gonna get this money. You have to clean up some dog shit. I might have to jerk off a dog, every once in a while. But when you stud your dogs, do
never
you
done
manually?
I've never done it. You don't have to ask that question. That happens at the vet.
That happens. So you take it to the vet.
Yes.
So my boy
They do it. Yeah.
does it himself, and he says it's better
vet.
than the vet.
I don't know how they do it. They take the female and they take the male. The male smells her. They do it right there, and then they do it like that. I've never done it. I never will do it.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess like whatever downside to like going to the vet, like to me, the real downside
They just
is,
don't even want to pay the money.
Well, the real downside is jerking off your dog.
That too, but I just feel like it's always cutting corners with this shit. So it's like, okay,
Right.
cool. Instead of me paying the vet to do it, and then I've also seen people at home. They take the semen and put it in the girl too.
Right.
I seen them. Man, I done went somewhere and they put the dog to sleep in front of you, do the surgery in front of you, everything.
Shit.
One stop shop. So
What kind of dogs are you doing?
English
Bulldogs. Now, I've had 2 English Bulldogs.
Yeah.
My first English Bulldog really didn't have any health problems. My second one did, but I always would hear, I got my Bulldogs like that they always have health issues.
They're exotic, so that's why you can't even breed them like normally. Also,
Yeah, they also can't fuck like that.
They can't swim. They can't fuck like that.
Listen, I've thrown my English Bulldog into a pool. He swam, but with that being said, probably not the best idea.
Yeah,
because they get tired.
They have breathing problems. They have small tracheas. Like sometimes they can't eat like bigger food. Got to make the food softer, and they
slobber a lot.
Yeah. Well, mine don't really slobber like mine. Listen, I let them out, run them back in the cage. They good.
I used to take my dog to the
Can't
park.
leave them in the heat too long.
Yeah, no, man. Rest in peace to my guy Ari Gold. Yeah, that's what happened to my dog. But yeah, they're short of breath. That's for sure.
Yeah. But I had one that was like, I ain't never had one like him before. This guy, he's chasing the basketball, jumping in the air.
That's how my dog was. Yeah,
he was crazy. Like I've never had an English Bulldog like him before. He was different.
What other like business ventures do you got your
my merch?
in
I have
there?
my merch. I had a salon, but I ended up giving it to my godmother because due to COVID, like people wasn't trying to come in and people wasn't trying to work
Right.
or whatever. So, but I'm launching it again, but just online. Same thing. I had a clothing store. Same thing happened. So I'm just launching everything online. I still have a modeling company in the Bay Area, like 10 females for like
music video shoots.
Yeah, artists that want females in videos, and that came about because there was a lot of big rappers that used to come in town and call me like, "Hey man,
I need some
girls
for the video."
Some girls at, yeah. So I'm like, shit, I might as well just start doing like this. So put like 10 females together, photo shoots, calendars. They do fashion shows, video shoots, everything.
That's good money.
Yeah.
Hey, that's real shit because that's the first thing, especially here, like in LA, it happens all the time. Like I have someone come to LA, yo, I need some hoes for my shoot, and I'm like, bro, do I look like the hoe guy? Like I'm fucking, I'm married, bro. What you want from me? Like, but that's like, that's good money in that shit.
Shit, and then my record label, and I got like 10, 12 artists, and then my charity, Giving Back.
What's the charity based around?
It's called Philthy Rich Kids. So I've been doing that for like maybe like 10 years.
Dope.
And like toy drives, Christmas, Thanksgiving, back to school. We did celebrity basketball games in my neighborhood at the gym. Shit, you name it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Got to stop the interview real quick. Got to tell you about our good folks at MyBookie. It's a big weekend in college basketball. We got the Final Four finally going the fuck down. I'm taking Duke and that boy, Coach K, to run that thing up all the way to the championship, baby. All right? I like Duke, Kansas to make the championship game. Nice little 2-team parlay right there. Go to MyBookie if you want to get down, man, and gamble with your boy. We're making this money over here. If you are in one of these states and you don't know how to get your gambling on, when it comes to sports gambling, you always see people talking about it online. Listen, you got to go to mybookie.ag, sign up for an account. I've been using MyBookie for about 8 years, and that's no cap, no kizap at all. That's straight up facts. I really am a user of MyBookie. I fuck with MyBookie the long way. Not only can you do the sports gambling, you could go on there and play fucking blackjack with a lady in, I don't know what country she's in, but she's twisting that motherfucking ball, you know what I'm saying, and dealing them cards. But go to MyBookie, sign up with the promo code BOOTLEG, BOOTLEG, and when you make a deposit, your first deposit will get matched up to $1,000. NCAA basketball is about to get wrapped up. Then we're full force into the NBA playoffs. All right, the 1 seed Phoenix Suns. Just put all of your money on them. You know, they beat the Warriors the other night. I don't know if you saw that, Cook. I don't know. Did you see that? Huh? Just put all your money on the Suns. But listen, let's get this money, man. Hey, I love sports gambling. Y'all know about me. I just love it. I'm very passionate about it. And there's only one place I put my bets in at. It's MyBookie. And I'm not saying that just because they sponsor our podcast. That's the truth. So go to mybookie.ag. They make it so easy for you to do parlays, to bet all kinds of player props, just whatever, futures, whatever you want. You can bet on fucking WrestleMania, bro. So what are we doing? Go to mybookie.ag. Sign up right now. Use the promo code BOOTLEG. And they will match your first deposit. Free money up to $1,000. Let's get back to the interview. Would you ever, a lot of artists are doing OnlyFans management.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
OnlyFans management. They're only doing OnlyFans, or they're managing someone else.
So like Tyga. Mm-hmm. Who else did we have up here who was doing that? Oh, Adam 22 does it, but he's not a rapper. So Blueface perfectly. That's what I was thinking.
What do you mean management?
So what Blueface does is, so he has like an OnlyFans, but he don't fuck on there. He just it's like a reality show.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But then he manages girls. Mm-hmm. Tyga manages girls too. Mm-hmm. So essentially, Tyga's on there fucking.
Okay.
But Tyga will have like a girl signed to his agency, mm-hmm. and then he promotes them, mm-hmm. and then he gets a piece of their OnlyFans. Adam 22 is doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Adam 22 said he's got like a top 5 earner on OnlyFans that he gets a chunk of. I'm like, Jesus, it's like kind of like
so. What is he like invested into her, or is he just promoting her?
Promoting her. It's kind of like it feels like digital pimping. Remember the 8 Ball?
I need to get into it. Then.
The 8 Ball and MJG album, Space Age Pimping. That feels like what they were talking about.
Yeah, I need to get my girls on my
get the models get the filthy models and get them all on OnlyFans and just get your percentage.
Is OnlyFans still popping though? I thought that shit was like
it was supposed to go away, but they realized that if they got rid of the adult content, that their business would be over. Yeah. And so it's still lit. Yeah.
But they're not paying like they used to. I heard things like take
that.
Longer.
I don't know.
I think they take longer to pay out than they used to.
That I don't know. But at the end of the day,
I be hearing shit about it here and there. I was gonna do one a long time ago, not me on there fucking or nothing, but just like show my lifestyle. Like just so much shit I had in my phone. But they was like, oh, you gotta get contracts from these girls and you gotta have them sign off on this and you can't post that shit. Just like going out to the club, bitches dancing, twerking, fighting. It might be a threesome, bitches or bitches might be fucking each other, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You know what
do that shit.
DDG does, who's a rapper, but he started as a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. So DDG on his OnlyFans pretty much is giving away game. Mm-hmm. So he'll be like trying to teach you how to go viral on YouTube,
like Batman Kevo.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. Mm-hmm. Similar to they pretty much like you
just go on there and just be like giving out game and like
I feel you got a lot of game to give out.
Yeah, for sure.
But you could sell it.
Yeah, sell it. I just gotta know how to market it.
Yeah, you just gotta know how to market it. Yeah. I mean, market it with some hoes too. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out. Sure.
If you got 10 chicks, they're called the Philthy models.
That's Team Philthy.
10 Filthy.
Team Philthy.
Team Philthy. I like that. What was the name of the? Do you remember the team of models that were based in Miami in the early 2010s that were lit as fuck?
I know you're talking about something Angels.
Taz's Angels.
Taz Angels, yeah.
Taz's Angels. That was what happened to that shit. What happened to Taz?
Did anybody ever see him?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I thought he was like incognito.
I don't know, but I just remember everybody was all these like random ass chicks were moving to Miami.
Kind of like the same thing. Like somebody just had some females like modeling shit.
Prior to OnlyFans, imagine Taz's Angels be running it up on the internet. My goodness, he'd have been killing it, man.
Yeah, that was way before OnlyFans.
Who do you got on the album? You got I Swear Vezo on the project.
Vezo,
Seti Hendrix,
AFN Peso. My artists, Tudor Bands, is Skinny T, Rich the Kid, Jeremiah. Shit, I gotta look and see.
Do you pay for features at this point?
No,
it's all love.
Yeah,
that's. I feel like if someone, I feel like that would be the case. Yeah. There's certain artists that like I feel like it's got to be a respect thing.
Yeah, for sure. I have before back in the day when I didn't. Just trying to rap and, hey, man, I want to hear you on my song type shit and me not knowing who you are and you not knowing who I am type shit. But, that comes to say, like, that's being biased because, niggas buy features from me all day.
That's true.
So,
yeah, I think it just also depends.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a deal on a Drake feature, you'd be like, yo.
Yeah, it's something different. Yeah, but at this point.
Certain features worth paying for.
Yeah, they end up being relationships later on and the features end up being, triple, double, whatever type shit. You get what I'm saying? So, it just all depends on how the shit how it's handled.
That's some real shit, man.
Yeah.
Who are you like right now? Just on some fan shit, like outside of your crew, your label. What is the music you're listening to that you enjoy?
I really just only listen to like all my artists. There's so many of them. You feel me? So we always critiquing everything. I've been trying to like drop something every month from the label. Like on some real Master P type shit, like a tape every week,
running it up,
yeah, like that. So that's how. What's this? April, March?
It's about to be April, yeah, March.
Yeah, so we already set for April. We're working on May now, in June. So, but other than that, like I listen. What I've been listening to. I was real big on Baby Money out of Detroit before he got signed.
Detroit's going crazy, man.
Yeah, Baby Money hard. I fuck with the whole Detroit sound. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, we always talk about it on the show, like how Detroit and the Bay has like a real connection sonically, obviously dope game wise, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I love the culture. You know what I'm saying? I love the food, the strip clubs, the jury, the get money hustle. You feel me? All that shit. I really be out there, so you feel me? I can relate to that shit.
Detroit's a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Give us.
But don't get it twisted though. Don't get it twisted though. Yeah, shit will change.
We got to go to Detroit.
Shit will change immediately.
We got to go to Detroit soon.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be wherever the shit's popping off at is where we're gonna be at, because we got to go shoot with like 3 or 4 artists out there, like go see where they grew up and shit. So we're gonna be in the thick of it. We was in
I was like stuck out there for like a week in the snow. I couldn't leave. Like no flights. Like the snow was like.
Oh wow!
Like blocking the doors.
What area of the Bay are you from?
Oakland, Seminary, East Oakland.
Yeah, we were in we were shooting some shit in Vallejo. I won't say with who, but it was hot, man.
You won't say with who?
No, I won't say with which artist, because it didn't work out. But we pulled up in the Crest, right off the freeway.
You talking about SOB?
No idea.
You said the Crest. Ain't too many
shit was hot. Let's just say shit was hot.
I mean, the Bay hot, period.
Yeah.
Just like Detroit, like Vallejo, Richmond, San Francisco, Oakland, all that shit turned up.
Yeah,
especially
the Bay,
right now.
Well, I feel like the Bay right now is kind of like nationally got a really bad rap, because when we see a lot of the smash and grab shit, when we see a lot of the homeless fools going up into the Walgreens and just filling their bag with shit and walking, it's all because in San Francisco, like I'll go there once a month, for Empire shit, and the Walgreens, like in the city, and the CVS's are closed. Mm-hmm. Them shits is just.
But I don't think it was like a bad rap. Like I feel like they.
Well, no, because I think in the city of San Francisco, they got that law that they can't stop you and the cops won't prosecute you or arrest you if you if you shoplift under $1,000.
Yeah.
So that's like why
petty theft.
So all the petty theft shit. So you'll see all these dudes going in on their bikes, just fucking rolling up into fucking CVS. Yeah, I heard
they did like a smash and grab out here for like.
They did at Beverly Hills, $5 million or some shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Did you see the video?
I just heard about it right now.
Oh, the video's crazy. Like, yeah, I'm like, damn,
they're doing that shit everywhere. I was just at a
the smash and grab shit's everywhere.
I just was at a jeweler in Vegas, and they told me that they just came in there and did that shit there too.
That's where it kind of sucks. Like if you're in California, like, cause you can't really like. You know, some people pull some shit like that in Florida, they get smoked by the owner. Yeah. California, you probably if you shoot the guy, you're probably gonna go to jail before he goes to jail.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that's just the gun license shit, the gun laws and shit like that.
I think it's gonna chill out, man, in Cali, because I feel like people are starting to realize.
I think they was doing all that shit because they was protesting, right? Mm-hmm. They were just protesting for somebody got killed or something.
Well, there was the George Floyd protest, in June of 2020.
I think they was doing all that shit because of that too.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. Cali's been a crazy place the last couple of years. And then, so the one thing about the Bay too that everyone is that's synonymous with the Bay, right, is bipping. Mm-hmm. Bipping is kind of like you'll go to the Bay and there's people who just leave all their windows down.
Not even when you leave the window down.
No,
they're gonna come through the window.
But I'm saying they'll leave the windows down because they're like, I'd rather you just come into my car and see there's nothing in here than you break my fucking window and I have to replace it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that actually happened to me, not to me personally, but Roc Nation had came to Oakland. They was trying to sign me, and the guy had went to get something to eat, and I told him like, be cool, like. And they went up the street and got something to eat. And like as soon as they walked in the store, they hit their shit.
It's crazy.
Like, but a lot of rappers though, like they come out there for Empire, they always getting their shit hit. Like a lot of rappers and got their jewelry took out there and all type of shit.
I think it's very easy to spot a rental car.
I mean, if you in that profession, yeah.
Yeah. If you're in that profession, if you are a bipper, you know what a rental is.
For sure.
You're like, oh no,
it's crazy because we was just driving the other day. We downtown Oakland. We like, that's the bippers right there, and they driving around in the car just doing in circles. You could just. We knew their car.
You know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, was it because I feel like bipping in the Bay is kind of like
niggas are making money off that shit.
It's just normal. I feel like it's kind of like when we think of like people getting money in the streets. That's just
rich off that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like crazy. Like motherfuckers done called me with all type of shit before. Like, and I'd be like, a motherfucker left this in their car. Like who the fuck?
It's almost like opening a fortune cookie.
Like
you never know what you're gonna get.
This shit in their car. Like that's crazy. Like, I would never leave this shit.
Without saying, obviously, what's the craziest thing you've heard someone getting out of someone's car? That's like, what the fuck? Someone left that?
200,000. Like 4-5 watches, purses, all type of shit. Like,
can you imagine leaving?
I was like, damn, who the fuck is this? Like, is this like owner or something?
Someone left $200K in their car.
200,000. I know some rappers from Empire that got robbed too. When they got robbed, got bipped too for their jewelry.
I got hit in Burbank. Someone followed me from the bank. I stopped at a UPS to get something notarized, and I had 15 bands under my seat. Cash, and they took that shit. I was sick.
Wait. They bipped the car?
Yeah. It blew out my window.
I don't understand why people leave shit like that in cars.
Well, bro, imagine I'm in Burbank.
It don't matter. I'm keeping my shit on.
So this is where I'm at. There's the UPS store. I park like right there. Yeah. Right? I'm in and out.
You thought you was in and out. They was in and out. They was in and out on your
So I get on my like True Detective shit.
Yeah.
I figure out that they followed me from the Bank of America. Yeah. So before I went to Bank of America, or after I went to Bank of America, I got gas.
Yeah.
So I fucking paid the owner of the gas station to give me the footage to see the car that pulled in behind me and waited and followed me out. So I had like a still of the kind of car. Yeah. I fucking found their trash they threw away.
You was on your shit.
They threw away McDonald's. I tried to get the plate number, but I could. It was too blurry, bro. Yeah. I was on my shit though. I had a homie in Chattanooga who works at a CSI thing. I sent him the McDonald's trash from the fingerprint.
Oh my god.
Cause I'm like, bro, because I'm thinking like I'm gonna get this money back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deal with the cops because they ain't gonna do shit. So I'm like, don't let me find out who these people are. It's bad for them. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I was man. I almost had these motherfuckers, bro. I was so
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be.
Then never again.
But I think though, if they followed you from did all that, then they probably weren't just on trying to bip you.
No, what happened? That's what I'm saying. So
that's a whole lot.
So once I couldn't figure it out, the cops, they said that a lady followed me out of the bank. A lady was like, she kept like resetting herself on the line. Cause you remember during COVID, the bank lines were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a girl in the bank who was just watching to see who was walking out with money.
Mm-hmm.
And then she followed me out. They got in the car and then followed me out.
Yeah. I didn't really go to the lines. You just call, like order money and shit like that.
Yeah, well, really what happened was I went there to open a business account.
Yeah.
And I brought the money to open the account. We're supposed to open an account for our publishing company, but my writer, who I was opening with, owed the bank money. So they're like, if he's going to be on the account, we can't give you the account.
Yeah.
So I pull up with 15 bands, and I'm like, well, shit, I got all this money on me. Can I just deposit this into my account? She's like, yeah, but you just got to wait in the line. And I was like, man, fuck all this, man. I'm out. Like, I ain't waiting in this fucking line.
Yeah.
I fucking never again.
I did that before too, but I'm kind of like cool with the people now, so.
Never again, man. Yo, we got to stop the interview right now. Listen, man, I got to tell you about BlueChew. Our good folks at BlueChew, one of our sponsors for the podcast and a product that I use, all right? Now, everyone thinks that, maybe taking a product like BlueChew, which has the same active ingredients as Cialis and Viagra, is a thing. It's not a thing. It's very normal. You might have anxiety. You might have stress. You need that confidence to get your fuck on, all right? Trust me. You want to lay Thor's hammer down on that puss, you know what I'm saying? Or that butthole, whatever you're into. Let me tell you something. The best part about BlueChew, not only is it in a chewable form, but when we think about going to the doctor's office and getting a prescription for something like this, we think about it as maybe an embarrassing conversation to have, an awkward conversation to have. Well, BlueChew is an online prescription service. There's no visits to the doctor's office. That's right. It ships right to your door in a discreet package. And when I tell you BlueChew helps you, if you're a man, achieve a harder and stronger erection, believe me when I say, bud, it's the fucking truth, all right? It helps men combat all forms of ED, all right? And let me tell you, if you're getting ready to go on a date, you just want to impress a young lady, you got to pop that BlueChew, man. That'll have your dick. It might add a half an inch to your dick. Your dick's never been so hard in your fucking life. I'm being serious. Ain't being serious. Yo, even if you just want to jerk off and just be like, yo, this is nice. It's fucking amazing. So go over to BlueChew. It is a chewable tablet. You don't got to swallow it. No pills, nothing like that. BlueChew's licensed medical providers. They work with you. They find the right ingredient and the right strength for your prescription. It's so easy. You go to BlueChew.com, consult with their licensed medical providers, and use the promo code BOOTLEG. Put it on the screen, BOOTLEG, at checkout. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping, and they're going to give you your first month of BlueChew for free. That's right. You can try BlueChew for free. Go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code BOOTLEG, and receive your first month free. Man, oh man, I am a user of the BlueChew, and I fucks with it, shorty. Shout out to BlueChew. Let's get back to the interview. What else? I mean, obviously, with you and the label, like having 10 or 12 artists is a lot of people to look over. A lot of people's lives, a lot of careers.
That's why I've been kind of like trying to fall back from me doing the music so I could like focus on them.
A lot of responsibility, a lot of bandwidth.
For sure.
How are you dealing with all that, man?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been easy. We just had FOD weekend in Vegas. I had rented out this big old mansion or whatever. It's like 21 rooms in it. We got a lot of work done. A lot of artists came, producers, engineers, shot a lot of videos. Just been doing different little things like that to where I could like sit down and really be hands-on with everything and explain how this shit work. But it's really been easy to keep it real. It ain't been too hard. Like probably was just like one artist here and there.
Yeah, no, I know. I just know because I work with artists and I know it could be a lot.
Yeah, it can be. But me, like I've been doing this shit for so long, so I know how to like, you know what I'm saying, like how to.
And you're not doing it by yourself. You got a team, I'm sure.
Yeah, me and Chelsea.
Yeah, shout out to Chelsea.
Yeah, me and Chelsea. That's who helped me with everything, and also my cameraman CM Deluxe.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, they just did. I mean, shout out to Empire, the documentary that they did about you. Was it last year it came out?
Last year. I think
That
that was
dope.
the Philip Beasley album.
Yeah. That was dope to kind of just see like kind of behind the scenes, like different side of you.
Yeah. It was a lot more that we didn't use. I think we're gonna do another one. Yeah, I just did that. Like I was kind of like transitioning. I was really trying to fall back on doing the music myself because I want to be able to give my artist and the label 100%.
How many albums do you have in your catalog that are on Spotify right now?
I lost count.
Like, give me like a
Over 100.
Over 100?
Yeah, I think I dropped 12 tapes in like 1 year just to see if I could do it.
And those are all on the DSPs.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man.
Those 12 that came out, that was all on Empire. But
So
I've been putting out music since like 2008.
So when you have that much catalog, because you know I always try to tell artists, if you're gonna stay independent, like a lot of time artists overthink shit.
Yeah.
And they never put music out, or they overthink it and they sit on their hands too long. Yeah. It's like, to me, I'm like, yo, run it up, because that's your residual income. What has been your biggest check off of your catalog in a month you've done off of streams? If you don't mind, I don't want to be in your pockets.
Like 75,000.
That's great, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, like 75,000. It came. I remember I first got my first 5 Gs, and then because I used to just put out just mixtapes. I used to just run my mixtapes through Empire. Before I was at Empire, I was dealing with Urban Life at Rap Bay, and I used to just be 20, 30, 50, and then guys, you start seeing the numbers. He was like, "Hey, we need to do an album." This before I even did. This is the first album I did with Empire in 2016. Real Niggas Back in Style. So he's like, "Hey, we need to do a single and then base the single around the album." And this is before I did the album. So like, we need to get it going. So I made that single, "Make a Living" with Sue, and then I finally did the album. Other than that, I was just running mixtape series, Sim City Money Man's Neighborhood Superstar, just running them through them, doing millions of views on the videos and all that type of shit. So that shit. And I think also back then, like YouTube paid a lot more.
Yeah, the YouTube money was great back then.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Because what was dope about back then was if you had a distribution deal, they didn't touch your YouTube money. Yeah. So you were getting the YouTube bag over here.
Yeah. And then the iTunes over here.
But now it's all
combined into one.
Which I'm like, damn. Because that YouTube money was great.
Yeah. So
it paid way better than the streaming shit.
Yeah. So that's how that used to work too. So I mean, you know, that's why I'm able to be, you know, like I get paid 20 a show still to this day. You know what I'm saying? I'm charging 10, 15 a verse.
That's big.
So you know.
You go to a city, you post up, I'm in the city. If you got your bag right, come get the verse.
No, I had a show in KC not too long ago. Shit, before I even got in the club, somebody was in the front waiting to do a verse. So when I'm backing up, security like, "Hey, this guy right here want to talk to you." I'm like, "What's up?" Like, "I'm trying to do a verse." I'm like, "Okay, cool." He asked me the price, gave me the number. He didn't even go on the show. He left, went to go get the bag together, told me to pull up on him when I was done with the show. I ended up pulling up on him after I was done with the show. So mind you, I had a meet and greet that day, the show, the verse, and then in the midst of me doing the verse with him, someone else came and did a verse with him in a video, all in one night. So I didn't get back to the room till like 6 in the morning.
Jesus, just ran it up.
Yeah,
not all in a day. All in a day's worth.
That shit like that be Boosie be doing and shit like that, and you know, just on the road, just running that shit up type shit.
Yeah, Boosie is he don't care
for sure. He's a real rap hustler.
Fucking rap hustling for real. Who's somebody who inspires you? Because you're such a boss, you do your entrepreneurial shit. But who's an artist or just someone in the game that's inspired you a lot that you get motivation from?
I fuck with Meek Tough. I fuck with Lil Baby Tough. Ross. I fuck with anybody. Nip. I fuck with anybody that's like, you know, aspiring. You know what I'm saying? People I can relate to. People I can see, you know, that been through something and really, you know, living a dream and you know, happy where they at in life type shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of their family, putting their niggas in position. You know what I'm saying? And just motivating them, a person to go harder. You know what I'm saying? And never being content with it. That's what, like, I don't even check my bank account. I will not look at it.
Why?
Because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because I don't want to be content.
Because if you see it, you might be like, I could chill out a little bit.
I don't want to do it. Like,
Do you have someone checking your bank account for you?
Yeah, I have an accountant.
Okay,
They doing it now because of,
right.
And then every time something gets spent, it sends me a text.
I got you.
But I don't never want to know what's in it, like,
right?
To where I just be like, okay, I got $5 million, I can just relax. No, I don't never. Like, I'll get mad if I don't even check the receipt. Like, they give me the receipt. I
got you.
Like, they give me the receipt, I won't even look at it. Like, they ask me one receipt, I say no.
That's funny.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be like, oh man, I could just sit back and do nothing.
Right.
I just feel like at that time being, if you do, then somebody else can come in and take that spot. Like, I always just want to work, keep working harder and harder and harder until whenever I figure it out, I figure it out. But that was something I won't do it.
You obviously went through one of the more, in my opinion, dope rap beefs recently because you guys kept it on record. You and Mozzie, it was both songs.
Recently? That's old.
Well, that was like 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
I don't know. That's old.
But it was, to me, it was like dope because it reminded me of like, you know, just some shit that I grew up on. Yeah. People keeping shit up, putting dope songs out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like nowadays, man, like we saw King Von, you know, with that shit with Quando.
I don't think he had a rap beef with
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, that's the weirdest thing about the Dirk and Youngboy thing. I'm like, you guys aren't even from the same city. I'm so confused. This is strictly some hip hop shit.
I think that shit was like over a bitch or something.
But I just thought it was dope that like, I feel like you guys did that shit the right way because you guys have mutual homies. You guys got mutual business and you guys had obviously a disagreement and it ended up on record and it was what it was and everyone moved on. Yeah,
for sure. You know me, I don't hold no grudges. I ain't mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing my thing. You feel me? I'm continue doing my thing. You know, so shit. I don't wake up every day thinking about the past or anything else. I be focused on the future.
It's a beautiful thing, man. When you like see some of these younger artists who you might fuck with, I feel like recently we've just seen so much bullshit going on in terms of just people keeping 1 foot in, 1 foot out on the rap shit. And, you know, we see people losing their freedom. Pooh Shiesty, we see people losing their life. We see so much going on. Like what would be some advice you would give to some of those younger artists who maybe haven't?
I tell my artists all the time not to even make diss records, not to even fall into the negativity and understand this come with the music game. Everybody not going to like you. It's going to be a lot of people from your past to remember, I remember he wasn't doing this. I remember he didn't have this, like, hater type shit. You get what I'm saying? So it comes with it. You got to have tough skin for it. And if you ain't ready for hate, you ain't ready for success. But then also you got to understand too, when you coming from the hood or the trenches and you give these kids money that never had money before, and they also had this street mentality, like it's like they feel like they can't be touched. They don't really care about the certain things that they should be worried about until later on. You know what I'm saying? So that's like why I never choose to like pop ecstasy or pills and shit like that, because a lot of people from my neighborhood used to get high and then they'd wake up not knowing what they did later on in an interrogation room.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, what the fuck happened last night? So like I knew a lot of people from my neighborhood like lost their mind like early, like young dudes, like 20 years old, like smoking crack now because he done popped a bad ecstasy pill and fucked him off. And this was like a fly nigga that used to hoop and get good grades in school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I don't never want to play with myself like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen how, just like how they doing it right now, how they pressing up the pills with fentanyl and all type of shit like that. People dying. Like, this was back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was the hyphy movement days when niggas popping 6 ecstasy pills, losing their mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah. Like,
you never got down with that shit?
Nah, never. The only thing I ever did was smoke weed, sip syrup. That was it.
Do you still sip?
Nah, I've been stopped a long time ago.
Was that hard to stop? Because I know some people say it's pretty tough to get off.
No, it wasn't hard. My whole thing, I was abusing. I was getting too high. It wasn't hard from when I kicked it. It was like I damn near like not paying attention when I would be doing. I damn near probably sip a brick in a day. You know what I'm saying? Because when I used to buy a pint, I used to have like the 20-ounce cream sodas, and I'd pour like a 4 in there in each one of them, and I done drunk like 4 of them, and I'm fucked off. You get what I'm saying? Not even knowing. I shoot a video. I actually had shot a video. Somebody came in town, paid me for a verse in the video. I shot the video. I drunk 1 right here doing this scene, 1 at this scene, 1 at this scene, 1 at this scene. That's a whole brick.
Yo, that's crazy.
Because I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. It's so good, but they say something that's that good ain't that too good for you. So one day I woke up, I woke up fucked up one day, and I was like, man, if I make it, man, I'm done. And I just been done ever since.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Yeah, I feel like, the lean thing is like, obviously, like you said, it's something that people really enjoy, but it's also like,
it's like
your body can become dependent on it. And
it's just like if you drinking a good ass soda and you just keep drinking that shit over and over, and you're just gonna keep drinking it, but you're not knowing that the sugar or whatever, the caffeine or whatever is fucking you up inside.
You don't even realize it until it gets something.
It's too late.
Yeah, that's real shit. You talked about the Roc Nation shit. I remember hearing about that. I think you told me about it before. What made you initially not want to sign?
Shout out to Roc Nation.
Who's trying to sign you, Earl?
Daniel.
Okay.
And I fuck with Daniel still to this day. And it's not necessarily him is the one who wanted what they wanted, but he was the one who brought the situation, together. But they just wanted the my past catalog and the masters and all that shit.
It's a super no.
And that's just, in mind you, it just was right before COVID. So if I would have did that, I would have just been paying them for nothing. Like
so they wanted so they wanted to sign you, and then all your catalog.
They wanted
come bring it over, and that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it was just saying like we're gonna build this and we're gonna put you on tour with this person,
sucker
this
shit,
and this and all this and all that. And I was just like, I'm like, man, we can start from here. Like if you want to start from my new music, going forward, I can't do the back. You know what I'm saying? And luckily I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Roc Nation for the opportunity. But they do a lot of artists like that. And they was naming off all the other artists that got the same type of deals and this and all.
Yeah, but that's not a good deal.
No, not at all.
And I don't know,
especially not for independent artists that's been living off music.
Come on, man.
To where now I gotta wait for y'all, and I gotta get. It's like, damn, y'all didn't have nothing to do with these albums.
Yeah. Why would you add all that red tape to your book? And
then right after that, the pandemic hit. So it wouldn't have been no shows, no nothing. I would have just been.
You would have been stuck.
Yeah.
Because you can't just drop when you want now.
Yeah. No, not even that. Like the whole thing was they was gonna put me on tour. I was supposed to be doing this and doing that, but all that was shut down due to the pandemic. So I wouldn't even been getting no money. I just been giving y'all money for free.
Thank God that you would have just been where's the perks there? That's crazy. Yo, we got to stop the interview real quick. Shout out to our presenting sponsor, Odd Socks, baby. Hey man, listen. All I keep on my ass is Odd Socks drawers. All I keep on my feet are Odd Socks. You know why? Because they're the most comfortable socks in the world. And I'm not just saying this because they promote the podcast. I'm telling you, the socks are crazy. They got all the licenses. Look, they got Halloween socks. They have Back to the Future socks. They got fucking Twizzler socks. Old Dirty Bastard socks. R.I.P. to ODB. All right, they also got their drawers if you want to wear some underwear with pizza on them. Whatever you need. But my favorite are the Odd Socks Basics, baby. These are just the plain boys. These, to me, are the most comfortable socks in the world. All right? So trust me when I say go to oddsocksofficial.com. Thank me later when you go to checkout, buying the most comfortable socks in the world. Get some WWE socks too. I just saw a sneak peek of the new WWE line, and they're fucking insane. Fucking sane. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code Bootleg Kev. That's one word together. Bootleg Kev. We should talk to them about shortening that. Bootleg Kev is the promo code. You will get 20% off at checkout. One more time, go to oddsocksofficial.com, save 20% off using that promo code Bootleg Kev. Let's get back to the interview. Yeah, any artist, if you have catalog and you try to sign a deal, and now it's different if they just say, we just want to distribute it, because that's a different situation. But if they're like, no, bring your catalog over to our label, I'd go fuck yourself is the short answer.
You gotta understand too. So how I look at it as, a lot of people that complain about an artist putting out too much music. I'm not signed to a record label, so why would I not put out as much as music I can? Because that's where I get paid from. So
it's a numbers game, man.
Yeah. So if I'm getting paid, whatever I'm getting paid off each album, why would I not keep dropping?
It's a numbers game.
Like when you on a major, they want you to drop an album, then tour a year, and then come back and drop then because they putting the money up for you and everything else. But
you got to move at their pace.
Yeah. They can tell you what song they don't want on there, what picture they don't want. I done heard artists like, okay, they want me to sign over here, but they wanted me to take off my tattoos or cut my dreads and shit like that. Like they want to control you because they putting the money up. So they want you to look a certain way. They want you to rap a certain way. This is what they feel will work. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like artists nowadays are at least becoming more transparent and understanding that they might be in shitty deals.
Yeah.
And venting that, like we've seen Meek, we've seen YG, we've seen a lot of people be like, yo, I didn't get no money off my music. Because what happens is you take the advance and that has to, if you get $1 million, that's just an easy number to work with. $1 million on a major label, you're probably only owning 7 to 12% of your music.
You got to do so much just to get that $1 million back because
you got to make that shit back over 10 times before you recoup. It's like, bro, that's hard to do.
Yeah, so that's where all the other things, the endorsements and everything else come in. That's what they living off of and the shows and shit.
Yeah, but when that shit dries up, that's where you would see these artists during the pandemic like, man, fuck my label. I ain't seen no money since.
And then they get back trapping again and then they get caught up and then they go to jail.
Nah, I think that's really what COVID did was it made y'all realize, no, all these motherfuckers for the most part, and these are good guys. I fuck with a lot of them. Yeah. But when you take that easy upfront check, you're signing off on a lot of bullshit in that deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
You got to make that
if they
stretch.
Giving you that, they going to tell you up front what they want back.
And I don't feel bad for no.
And if you're not able to make that back.
Bro, I don't feel bad because you signed a fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like we're talking grown ass men, you signed a contract. Yeah. Like either you needed the money.
I didn't take an advance before. But
it's different. I feel like it's different splits.
Yeah, it's different. But you can't sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take an advance before, but I made mine back. I recouped. So
yeah,
that's how it works. See, now a lot of them take the advance and
fuck
it off.
Imagine if you only get 8%, how hard it is to recoup that. Now, if you do like a distro situation and you got an 80-20, 60-40, 90-10, whatever, it's a lot easier to recoup.
Yeah.
But if you have 8% out of 100, that means 92 pennies of every dollar goes into the label's pocket and only 8 cents. And you don't get the 8. Yeah. That 8 cents goes towards your balance.
That you owe.
It
don't even go in your pocket.
It does not go in your pocket. Yeah. You gotta
take forever to pay that shit off.
Forever. You gotta be fucking The Weeknd or somebody. You know what I mean? You gotta be Drake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like good luck. I don't think people understand. Like when you look at, I'd be looking at people's numbers because I'd be like, okay, if he did 20 million streams times 20 times 4,000, I mean, shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool money. You know what I mean? But like. Like
how are you able
what's
to
your overhead?
Yeah.
What's your overhead?
A lot of these, you gotta understand too, a lot of these rappers, like that's all they ever did was rap. So they don't have any really other hustles or whatever. So like if they get that money and fuck that money off, it's over.
And it happens more often than not.
Yeah.
Especially your first deal. Most people's first deal is all bad.
They go buy chains, cars,
all of it. Bring all the homies on the road.
All the bullshit.
All
the drugs. All the shit, man. So.
Are you pretty like do you travel deep or like did you move around with a lot of people or
like in home or are you talking about like out of town?
Let's say you
out of town like for my writer it's like 4 rooms and 5 flights.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Yeah. I recently tried to book an artist for a show or for a club, and they wanted 15 flights, and I was like, "Well, this isn't gonna work, guys."
Yeah, no, I seen some shit like that. I got booked for a show with an artist before, and that nigga shit was crazy. It was like he wanted 25 chicken wings, 50 lobster tails. He wanted. Like some crazy shit. Didn't even eat none of it.
That's how it works.
Came there and counted it. And came there and counted this shit. Like I didn't book him. I was on the show with him, but the guy was telling me like his writer how crazy his shit was. But if you're the promoter, you agree to. I could say, hey, I want 5 Latino women in the room, butt ass naked, rolling blunts for me, and I want a gallon of M&Ms all green, and if you agree to it,
you gotta provide
it.
That's
so
real.
It's up to you.
Yeah, there it is, man. All right, well, look, the album is out, motivational purposes. And talk about the April slate of your artists that you got dropping.
So April 1st, if I'm not mistaken,
it's Friday, next Friday.
We got 2 of the bands dropping. HBO 2.
I met him, nice guy, funny guy.
Yeah. Skinny T just dropped. Just Bang just dropped. We got Loso, we got Lil Steve, we got Lil Trey, we got Roscoe Fetty. He just dropped. We got my nephew. He 12 years old. J Money.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he just dropped a tape.
Are you helping him write?
No, he write his own.
He writes his own shit.
Everything is.
Wow,
he got videos. He do everything himself. He one of a kind.
That's lit.
Yeah. So we just working, man. We just I'm about to drop a FOD compilation album.
Okay.
On May 9th. It's called The Infrastructure.
Dope.
Philthy Rich presents FOD. So
I like that.
That's the next big move for everybody. Got the whole label on there. So and then from there we just pushing out tapes. I think Skinny and Steve got an album coming out. Stuck on Seminary 4. Tudor and Skinny got an album coming out. Cartiers and Rolexes. We got Wapdale out of Sacramento. He the next thing up out of Sac.
Shout out to Sac.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Stockton too. Stockton's lit right now.
Sure, with the EVK movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Slow B on the album too on the FOD Infrastructure. So a lot of good work.
It's gonna be a busy year.
Yeah.
It's never not a busy year for you.
Got to, man.
What was your calmest year in the last 10 years? Where you were like where you put out the least amount of music?
Maybe last year.
Last year?
It was like 2 tapes. Maybe 3. No, it was 3. It was the Philip Beasley. Then I had a group album with Tudor, and then Solidified. So it was only 3 tapes that year.
Most people can't get 3 tapes out in their whole fucking career. So
Other than that, everything else been turned up.
There it is, man. Yeah. Appreciate you pulling up.
Appreciate you, man.
New album is out.
Coming through your motivational purpose. Make sure y'all go grab it.
Get you a English Bulldog.
Yeah, get English Bulldog, Real Bullies Back in Style.
May 9th is the FOD project.
Infrastructure dropping May 9th. Man, we trying to take this shit over, man. We the new No Limit, man.
New No Limit. I like it. Let's go.